I want to do a real quick thank you before the video here. We've had a ton of people showing up to the live streams lately. I've been live like every day for 8 hours. As of the posting of this video, I'll be live once again at twitch.tv/darthmicrotransaction. You can find it in the pinned comment if you want. We've had a ton of people showing up. People have been subscribing. We've had like well over 100 people for a bunch of the streams, and I'm streaming every single day. We're playing Diablo Immortal, talking to people. It's just been a ton of fun, so come on by if you want. Let's get going with the video. So the next big spike in damage for me is right now. I actually want to show you this because I think it's quite interesting. So one of the most important things you can do, and one of the biggest grindy parts of this game, like the reason that even if you're at a maximum Paragon level, you pretty much still want to be farming, is because you have to get these materials, right? You have to get the dust, you have to get the scraps, you have to get the flowing shards, aka glowing shards, the red versions of these, to get the upgrades. Now, normally when you upgrade something, you're just kind of getting the willpower, fortitude, etc. And what we would normally have is we have the 3 attributes, etc. But now when the new update is here, there was part of the update they didn't actually mention in the patch notes, which is you can go above having only 3 attributes now. You can actually have 4. If you see here, I'm going from rank 20 to rank 21 on a blacksmith material, and what it's going to do is add a 4th attribute into this piece of gear. So check this out. So now I have an additional one. Slow resistance is increased by 5.5%. Now, the family bonuses come from when you have 3 bonus attributes of the same on your piece of equipment. For instance, if you look directly underneath my camera here, items with 3 bonus attributes from the same family unlock an additional family set bonus attribute, which would be the ones with the Hydra, etc. And by the way, if you want a breakdown of these family bonuses, one of the previous videos I did, I'll put it up right here. I just broke down and did a tier list for every single class for these family bonuses. But every 3 of these bonuses, you gain a set bonus. So let's actually show you. But now there's 4 on the piece of gear, right? So if we go and we reforge one of these, let's say we want to reforge this with a jolt stone that I happen to have here. Damage taken from players reduced. There we go. Now we have 3 out of the 4. And look at this, we still have a jolt set. But look at this right here. This part's hidden until you have 3 out of the 4. Jolt family bonus damage is increased by 10%. when you have similar family bonus attributes. So if I go in here and I say, okay, well, what I want to do is reforge this one to another Jolt set. Now I have a 4-piece set bonus, and I can see on the 5th one, I get another 10% damage on it. Now you can see this is the same for pretty much all of these sets. Hydra damage is increased by 10% when you have 4 of the same one on the Hydra set, for instance. Trimmer is the same thing. The AoE does more damage. The bonus damage is increased by 10% for Vengeance, so you get 110%. And the amount of damage that's absorbed by your shield, for instance, is increased by 10%. So you get about a 10% bump across the board for the different sets. And because you need so many of these materials, 100% every time, pick up everything and every time your foe go back and salvage all of these. Not many people actually know this, but you can actually transfer your materials to higher grade materials, for instance. So if you have any scraps and you need dust, you can turn your scraps into dust, etc. And you can do this with the new materials as well. And you can also convert your old materials to new materials. If you go to Gemro, you scroll down and you activate the automatically use lower tier and higher tier salvage materials for upgrading. The new materials are also retroactive. So some people are like, I don't want to farm Hell 5 when I need Hell 6 gear just to get the old scraps. You don't even have to worry about it. Just turn this on and then you can upgrade retroactively. There is only one thing you got to be careful of, which is if you are still, your set items are not ranked 10, it can automatically use these crystals, the cryptic crystals, instead of the yellow crystals to upgrade these up to 10. So be careful of that. But other than that, you can turn that on in order to be able to activate the new materials, also working for the older ones if you're below 20. And if you're worried using the higher tier materials like the beguiling dust in place of where the yellow dust would be, don't worry about it. It actually doesn't matter at all. For all intents and purposes, they are the same thing. You acquire them at the same rate, and you're always going to be doing the higher difficulties, so they're basically the same thing for you. You just need to use them to upgrade your blacksmith materials, no problem. The whole reason I think that they even have this new dust and the new salvage and scraps, etc., was so that way our huge giant stockpile that we've all been stockpiling for the months that we were at the max difficulty isn't instantly blowing through all the new content. They knew they had to have a new currency related to the new areas to grind, That way it doesn't instantly, everyone's just max blacksmith that's been grinding forever, etc., and have a huge jump on everybody. I'm assuming that's the logic behind it, or else I don't understand why they would add new scrap and dust that literally does the same thing and is retroactive. Anyway, because you don't have to worry about going back. I've seen some people that are saying like, oh, well now I have to go back and farm Hell 5 and, you know, until I have enough dust to level the 20 and then go back to Hell 6 where I actually need the gear. You don't have to worry about literally any of that. Just go farm whatever it is that you need for your gear, use the scraps, use the beguiling dust on that, whatever you need to level, etc. And considering that the jump from 3 to 4 reforged bonuses is the same as 4 to 5, and going from 4 to 5 is going to take significantly more dust, that means statistically the best thing you're going to want to do and focus on is getting all of these to 21 before you take any other one of them particularly higher. So spread it across, even get them all to 21. I think this is a good time to plug my idea of how to fix the salvage problem. Go to the shop, Blizzard, and think about adding a nice big pet that we can buy for $5 or $10 or something in there if you want to get some monetization money. I know you like money, Blizzard. Come on, it's Diablo Immortal. And let that pet basically be what the legendary Goblin Ring was from Diablo 3. Have it be where we're running around and picking up scrap. It's automatically salvaging. He's giving us the material into our inventory. And after 25, 30, 50, 100 yellows, whatever it may be, he spits out a legendary. It would be awesome. Just have a little guy that follows you around and does all the scrap for you. We're starting to get to the amount where we need kind of a ridiculous amount of dust. If we're being honest, we need a significant amount of dust, and it can take a long time to farm. So that would be a pretty cool addition. Plus, I'm way behind, and I would love that one personally. I promise that has nothing into the equation of how much I'm pushing that one. And money. You like money, Blizzard. Also, these Dawning Echo that can only be bought for 1,000 orbs that activate the awakening spot in pieces of gear, for instance, like this one. Let's add that onto the list of things that you can purchase with platinum. Why don't we just add that? Let's add that to a 10,000 platinum, because I know they're adding all of these. They're allowing you to buy all these reforged stones for platinum. This one's on the reforged list right down here. Let's just add that as 10,000 platinum, and free to play can buy that. That'd be a nice addition. At the end of this reforged bonus discussion here, I want to do a quick plug. We've been doing live streams every single day over at twitch.tv/startmicrotransaction. It'll be right at the pinned comment. You can just scroll down and click it. It'll be in the description too if you want. We've had a lot of people show up. We're having like sometimes over 100 people in the stream show up. People have been subscribing. It's been really enjoyable, and I've been grinding like 7 hours, 8 hours every day on the live stream, just playing Diablo Immortal, talking about it, looking at updates, talking about builds, answering questions, and meeting some of you guys. So you have a 100% chance to talk to me if you show up to the live stream today. I will be live as of the posting of this video. Please come on by. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.